Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Time with Themba and Tony for the Sales Accelerator and the High Performance Workplace. How's it going, Themba?
Great, man. How are you?
Awesome. I'm excited once again to be back with our people.
Yeah.
And to be on the line here with you. So
sure.
We're going live in 2 places, plus we've got the video camera. So we're slowly getting our machine together.
Definitely. Wow. Good afternoon, everyone who's online watching this right now. So this is another episode of how to sell the Sales Accelerator system, which we've just launched, which is aiming at developing high performance salespeople. People will get the work done, people will get sales done, and people will go out there and hunt business. So which covering everything that has got to do with sales performance.
And I think also not only just salespeople, because everybody in a business is in sales. Whether you're a receptionist or customer service or service department, everybody is in selling the brand, the quality of the organization. So I think everybody can get value from this, not just the sales smoke guys that go out.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely.
So what do you have in mind for us today?
Okay, so look, during the week, by the way, we're doing this once every week. So I think it will be wise for someone who's watching right now to actually get into a habit of following our website, so don't miss out on our episodes and stuff.
We'll record them and make them available for those guys that do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
But we got to get together and get a broadcast time, a standard broadcast time,
and decide exactly when we're doing this. But so you see, during the course of the week, in fact, starting from last week, since we did our last session, I received lots of messages and stuff, emails, people asking how to do this. But most of the questions were centralized around pitching. You know, how to pitch. So you are given an opportunity to stand in front of potential investor or potential client, but you don't know how to pitch. So I thought today we should actually talk more about pitching, make someone understand exactly you've got a great product, you've got a great service, but you don't really know how to pitch it, you don't really know how to sell it.
But isn't pitching selling?
No, pitching it is selling actually, yes. But then you need to know how to sell it. You need to know how to sell your product and service.
I think the difference between pitching and selling is, in selling I can ask you questions and discover your problems and get to explore that. Whereas pitching, they normally come and say, pitch your business, you stand up, there's a committee of people and you present. So for me, that's the difference between a pitch, where you can't really go to the judges and say, well, what do you think? What's your biggest problem? Tell me more about the thing. Because normally in the sales environment, you're asking more questions and listening to get to understand. Whereas pitching, you're presenting and you're persuading and you're influencing and you're impacting. So I think that there's a little bit different there from my experience. And we all have our own version of what it is.
Good. Look, so I think what you're saying is important, but at the same time, we need to acknowledge the fact that there are so many entrepreneurs who are given an opportunity to stand in front of the prospect and pitch their offering or sell the offering.
If they're trying to get funding, then I think they're pitching. Mm-hmm. If they're going to a client or a prospect to get business, then they're selling. Mm-hmm. And I think those are fundamentally 2 different approaches to the process. Because when you go to a funder, imagine you got 20 million in the bank and I say I need $1 million. I'm not going to come to you and say, what's your problem? How does it manifest? What are the financial implications of that? I'm here to tell you about why my business is good, why it's viable, why my cash flow predictions are right, and why you should invest in me. So that's pitch. It's me, my business, the impact and the return on investment. But as a salesperson, if you're the client, I'm going to come and say, hi, what are your biggest problems with your people? Do you know what it costs you? What have you tried before? Have you considered the following? And then, so you discover, there's more discovery in a sales process with questions and listening, whereas the pitch is, this is who I am, this is what I can do, this is my business, this is the model, this is the market, this is the viability, now can I have $1 million or 2?
Okay.
So what do you want to cover today, pitching or selling?
We should cover both, Tony.
Okay.
Look, I like how you are dealing with it, because already you are making the followers and the viewers of this video understand the difference.
I think it's so important as you go into a meeting knowing what you need to do. Are you to persuade, influence, inform? What are you there to do?
That's why I want us to talk about this in detail. So let's just create a scenario here, where someone is invited into a boardroom. I'll be
the financier this time. So I've got the 100 billion in the bank. and you coming to me with a business idea. You want to pitch your idea because you want funding.
Okay, sure.
So let's run through what's in my head and what's in your head. So I'm sitting with money. I'm sitting with a bunch of money.
Sure.
Which people want. And many people are going to come and tell lies and promise the world because they want the money. But in my head, I'm saying, can I trust the person? Are they credible? Do they have a business idea that's got legs? Is it profitable? Is there a market? Is it unique? Do I see that they have the skills, the knowledge, and the ability to run the business? Have they done their homework? Have they done projections? Would I like them as a partner? So I'm concerned because I'm going to give you 100% of $1 million or two. Are you going to give me 100% because I want my money back and I want a return?
You want a return on that.
So what's in your head when you come into my big boardroom, walnut, marble, all the wealth, and we're sitting there, we've got the money, a bank or a financier. What's in your head when you're coming to pitch?
So the most important thing that you need to have, or I need to have in my mind, I'm speaking as someone who's going to pitch for money right now. The most important thing that I should be having in my mind is value proposition. That's where it starts.
So explain what you mean by value proposition.
So by value proposition, it's how you are going to benefit in all this. Because remember, this is not about me anymore. It's not about me only. It's also about you. So you are going to give me 100 million of your money. Now I must explain to you how I'm going to use that money. I must explain to you how is that investment going to benefit you. I must explain to you how you're going to get your money back. So it entails issues such as projections. It entails issues such as
financial projections and market projections.
Financial projections, market projections, but also what's important is it might have to do with what I've done already. Because it's easy, Tony, to fund someone who's got a history of the track record of their transactions, and this is why now it becomes important as an entrepreneur to have sound financial management skills. Because sometimes if I present something to you, then there might be a need to see what my business has been doing for the past 6 months, and you get that I've been swiping at the McDonald's with my business card. I've been feeling excited, and I've seen so many entrepreneurs. They say, I've started making some money. Why not go out? Then I'm swiping at the club. I'm swiping this because now I'm making money.
Motor cars, shoes, jewelry.
To get it. So all those things, they affect the relationship that I'm wanting to establish with you, and also affects how much money you're going to give to me. So if you haven't done something, also what's important is, if you haven't put your own money into something, it becomes difficult for someone to fund you.
Not difficult.
It's
a risk. No, it's a risk. I'm not gonna risk my money if you haven't risked your money.
Exactly. So one question you might ask me is, so how much money have you put into this thing
so far?
Exactly. Then I'm able to say, okay, right now I've burned 100k or I've burned 200k. But now if I tell you that I've burned 500,000, then I'm putting myself at a risk, because what I'm saying to you is I've had 500,000, but still I couldn't build this thing into a business. I couldn't make it happen. So chances are you bringing in your few millions. There's a chance that the same money will just go down the drain.
Well, that's always the concern of the guy with the person with the funding. And that's why your pitch has got to be so careful, even down to the where you would have burnt 100,000. That creates a picture in my head. This guy's burnt through. You didn't say I invested already, or I have created value worth. So even just down to that one word, be careful when you're pitching to people. What does that word mean
what does it
their
mean?
head?
In their heads, exactly.
Because as you said, I burnt. I thought, oopsie, I don't want to burn my millions in your business either. And for me also, if you can't manage your own finances, how are you going to manage a business's finances? So, I say tigers never change their spots. Habit drives most of us. So start to build those habits today. Save money. Keep track of your finances. Keep your paperwork in order. And I'm a very bad one at paperwork. If you see my slips collection, this is the checkers bag, and it's My accounting people are not happy with me.
Yeah.
But as a business, it's about numbers, and you've got to be able to track those and
It's
prove
about numbers.
those and,
It's
show.
about numbers. It's about numbers. So one thing that I should never do when coming to you is come unprepared in terms of knowing my numbers. It's suicide without me understanding exactly what my numbers mean. Because look, you're not necessarily interested in me as a person, and it's not a personal thing. Although I've got my issues with that, because I'm believing that funders or investors should first invest in the person, in the entrepreneur, because this is where you determine whether this person is going to be here in the next 6 months, 1 year,
they're the
2 years.
fuel of the machine.
They are the fuel of the machine.
It's their energy that drives the machine.
So two things happen. There's one, the emotional intelligence, and the second thing is the financial intelligence that entrepreneur must have. So my emotional intelligence must be so strong that whether the money is there or not, I'm still able to run the business, or I'm still able to persevere in the hard times.
I think you must add mindset to that, resilience, positive attitude, because if you watch Dragon's Den, the people that come in there, those are super wealthy guys. The moment you are unprepared, it shows disrespect, and you see people get slapped very hard in front of those guys. You got to make sure you know your numbers, you know your history. If they say you won 5 million, what are you going to do with the money? What is the impact from that? So you got to prepare that process. Otherwise, why must I waste my time on you? But I do believe that in all of the programs, and even my own process, it's the person first. Because if you're like, I think I got an idea, versus, hi, I've got this idea and I've done this thing. So it's very much the person. Absolutely.
The energy is. The confidence.
The person with the most energy can win.
Yeah, definitely.
With energy, you can push through the storm, you can push through the fire, push through the darkness, you can be resourceful. So mindset matters, and the people that you're around matter. Birds of a feather flock together. Tell me about the people around you, the 5 nearest people. I'll tell you what your financial future is and what your financial state is.
So it rubs off.
Choose your buddies very, very carefully and very, very wisely.
It rubs off.
So have you ever pitched before?
I've pitched before, although it did not go well.
Well,
I didn't have the skills.
So share, what would you do differently? What happened?
And let me tell you something. And this is why we're doing this right now, because I think you are maybe on the same position where you've done a lot of mistakes, building up your businesses,
learning every day.
And what we want to be doing is we just want to share this with someone to say, look, don't do that, rather be doing this. I think for me at the time, what I've done wrong was, number one, I was not sure of my numbers. It was the issue of I need money, which is what most entrepreneurs are struggling with today. Someone would just stand up in front of people and say, I need 100,000, for instance. Give me 100,000. And the minute we want to break it down to say, what do you exactly need it for?
Why?
Then it becomes a problem, because now this person cannot say 2.5 for this, 3,000 for this, 7,000 for that, 50,000 for that. But as an entrepreneur, you believe that because I have money, then my business is going to thrive. You understand? But you've got no projection. So I didn't have that, and it was mostly about me. So like I've said earlier, when you pitch to someone, make it also about them. It's not just about me. I want to build a business. I want to do that. So you also want to include them into the picture to say, I want us to, we should be achieving 1, 2, 3 in the next year. This is how we're going to be achieving it. This is how I'm believing we are going to benefit out of this. So I've done those mistakes where it was just about me. I didn't know the numbers.
And so there's a consequence of non-performance.
Exactly. And also one good question that you'll be asked, and if you don't have the question, if you don't have the answer for that, it's going to be a serious problem, is who are your competitors?
Absolutely. You must know the market.
So you are asked the question, who's your competitors? And I think...
But you see, it shows you've not prepared.
Exactly.
And that's why you can't just go and say, give me. And that's the problem, I think, in Africa, is everyone's give me. It's like a tap. Open the tap, give me $1 million, thank you. It's money that I've earned and worked for, and it's my life savings You're gonna have to negotiate and persuade and prove to me and make me safe and certain that you know your stuff, that you can deliver what you're saying, that you've got history or a plan, that you've got the energy, that you know the context that you're playing in.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, I got to sleep well,
knowing that your money is safe,
that my money is coming back, and I can tell you, I've done 2.5, 850. I've done about 5 million in helping people.
Oh my goodness!
So for people, in fact, I have a rule now. I'm not a bank. If you need money, go to a bank, because let me tell you, they're going to make you jump through the hoops. So it's cost me a lot to be nice and allow people to just say, I just need 30,000, or need 100,000, or need 850,000, or I've got this property deal and you will get so much money.
Yeah, it doesn't look like that.
With the property thing, the guy promised X amount of return, there was security in the property, and then he got liquidated.
Oh my goodness.
So everything is gone.
It doesn't work on faith.
No, this is business. This is business.
We don't work on faith, we work on facts.
Facts, proof, documentation. No, this isn't friend, here's 50 grand, let me know sometime. This is document the stuff. When you get into this, you're a gladiator. You're not some average little beggar. Give me some.
Yeah, I get what
you've got to be professional. But the guys that come after you must look like they know nothing. You must be that impressive and that outstanding that the guy says, wow. If you're not wow, you're not going to get it.
I get what you're saying.
It's rather it's ow versus wow. And you got an ow because you didn't prepare. But if you had prepared, you could have got a wow.
I could have got a wow, exactly. Yes. But look, I want to invite someone who's watching this right now, because I know in the following month of November, we'll be hosting a Sales Accelerator Masterclass, where we'll be talking about this in detail, and we'll be talking also about becoming a sales superstar, how to sell more, how to do more business, how to.
So let's talk about that quickly. What makes a sales superstar? So that's now different from the pitching. So we've got an idea of the pitching. So what makes a sales superstar?
It's high performance.
In what way? In what areas? What dimensions?
It's a lot of things, but I'll talk more on self-esteem. It's self-esteem, it's confidence, it's values. It's a lot of things. It's your work ethic.
I think that's a very
it's your drive.
One.
It's a lot of things. Like I cannot list all of them, and I cannot say it's one thing. It's different things. That you must actually know how to capitalize on them, and know exactly which one are your strengths and which one are your weaknesses, because my strength can actually be your weakness. Mm-hmm. So I cannot say for you to be a high-performing salesperson, you need to have what example can I use?
Well, I think they're fundamental skills. Know your product or know your service.
Yeah.
Like your product and your service, and be a product of the product and service, so that you use it. So for me, those are the sort of the knowledge things. You've also then got to have the ability to prospect. Pick up a phone, have the confidence, the courage, and people skills that you can prospect and say, "Hi, I'm Tony from Life Masters. We have an idea that we think can help your business. Can we get 10 minutes to get an appointment?"
I got to say,
because people try and sell on the phone, and I get the people phoning, and it's like, "Hi, I'm James, and I want to know if I can sell you a phone." It's like, whoa, but
take it easy.
It's like puking all over me.
Take it easy.
Consider that I'm busy with something else.
Exactly.
Just say, is it the right time that I can speak with you? So I think there are fundamental skills that people need to learn about people skills, business courtesy, just the general things. If you're an apprentice sales guy, learning to understand that it's an exchange of value.
It's an exchange of value.
Don't try and sell something. Find a guy with a problem and show him that you have a solution. The old day, no one wants to be sold to. Mm-mm. But they like to buy. They like the opportunity. I call it retail therapy. So find a problem and find how your program or your product will solve that problem. And then through questioning, understand where the pain is, and then show how your solution, and then validate the solution. We've got testimonials, we've got clients, this is what they've done.
Yeah, exactly.
But for me, it's a spiral upwards to that high performance. Just you start slowly, and you learn it's like driving a car. You learn the fundamentals and the basics and the gears and the indicators and everything, and as you get better, the fundamentals become natural and normal.
Yeah, it becomes a culture.
Then you start to do things like NLP and emotional intelligence and mirroring and matching and rapport skills and languaging and the other persuasion processes. But you don't learn the persuasion as the foundation process. You build a house on solid foundation.
Let me tell you, I like it when you talk about foundation, because I'll tell you where it starts. I'll tell you what the foundation is. The foundation is you must be able to build relationships. You must know how to build relationships with people, because research proves that people buy from people they know.
And like trust.
And people they like and people they trust. So sometimes I might buy something from you, not because I like what you're selling, or I really need what you're selling, but I'm buying it because I know you, right? But even if I need it, it's easy for me to make a decision because I know you. So for me, that's the foundation to become a sales superstar. You need to know how to build relationships, and that I call that how to influence people. You need to know how to win friends. You need to know how to win people. You need to know how to influence people. You see, getting a yes or getting a no is a skill that you develop.
Isn't the no on the way to the yes?
A no is I love a no.
I don't know if I love a no.
No, I love a no. You have to love a no.
No, I'll accept a no. I don't love a no.
I'll tell you what a no means.
Yes.
A no means I don't get what you're saying. So I must make you understand what I'm saying.
Clarifying response.
I must clarify what I'm saying, because many a times when people actually say no, they're not saying no, I don't like what you're saying, or I don't support what you're saying. What they're saying is, I don't understand what you're saying.
I'm confused.
I'm confused. Sure. So people are less likely to say, I'm confused. Tony, I'm confused.
No, of course they will.
They like to say no, because I don't understand what you're saying.
They're defending their ego.
So exactly. That's why I'm saying, for me, a no is an opportunity to say, wow, there's potential here. Because this person actually says that I don't get what you're saying.
So give me some homework. We've got 4 more minutes to go.
Yeah.
While I go and switch it off there. Talk to the people and give them some homework. How does a person start to become a people's person? What kind of homework can you give them? You talk to them there, I'll switch off here.
Okay, yeah, sure. You can actually get that sorted. Okay, so I think what is important to actually understand is you first need to know your values, right? So you need to get your priorities straight. You need to understand what people want. So selling or business is not about what you want. It's about what the next person wants. So you need to master the art of being in the other person's shoe and understand exactly what their problem is. So the minute I come to you, I have an idea of what you might be struggling with, or whatever the case might be. I'm not there to present myself or talk about me. I'm there to talk about you in terms of, Tony, how can I help you? With whatever that you're struggling with, or with whatever you're wanting to improve. How can I help? Where are the challenges and stuff? So communication skills is very important. Listening skills,
very, very important.
Very important, because I must give you a chance to express yourself. I must give you a chance to talk, because without you talking, I will not understand and I will miss it. And I will sell you something which is not what you want, because I'm assuming what I have is the best for you. But I don't know what you want.
But I need to jump in here, because in my high-speed good intention and excitement, I find myself speaking over the client. They're saying something, and I want to interject about that point. And so I then overtalk them, and then I realize I need to just keep quiet.
Yeah.
Listen. You've got 2 ears. Listen twice as much as you speak.
As much as you speak.
As excited as you get.
Write it down.
You need to just that listening, because if you can listen between the lines, you'll start to get to understand.
You get to understand. Yes. I promise you, and you will get the solution without you having to think about it so much. You'll just get the solution because they'll be giving you the solution of what their problem is. All you have to do is, I get what your problem is. Then you come up with a solution that speaks to that. Imagine trying to sell something which I don't need at all. You're wasting your time.
So let's give our viewers some homework. I'm thinking they need to go to 10 people. Random people, and say, I'm a problem solver. Tell me what is your biggest problem, and let's see if I can find a solution for you.
I think in fact this should be nice. I think this should be fun also. I think they can run with actually something like that. And sorry to interrupt you. I think also it will be nice for them to actually give us some feedback.
I'd love to,
you know, they can actually give us some feedback to say, okay, this is what I've done. These are the responses that I've got.
Here's what I learned.
Here's what I've learned. Here are my challenges.
Here I burnt.
How can I actually do it better?
I think they can do that because it'll build the confidence to approach.
Yeah.
And just be nice and friendly and smile and come with a nice gentle energy. Just don't be up in a person's face. Give them their cultural space that they need. Just say, I'm a problem solver. Tell me what's your biggest problem relating to work, life, business, whatever it is, and let's see if I can find a solution for you. And then listen, ask questions. And what else? And what else? And what does it cost you? How long have you had it? What have you tried?
Okay.
Just be savvy, because your goal is to become a detective and understand and uncover the implications of the problem, because quite often they may have a problem, they don't know they've got a problem. Or they have a problem which they don't care about. So you've got to show them that if you don't care about it, maybe there's a financial consequence
attached to that.
For example, with our high-performance framework system, we know from the research that 10 to 12% of the total staff salary per month is lost in productivity through conflict. Most managers don't know that, so they don't know they've got 100, 200, 300,000 rand a month problem.
Going down the drain.
Well, it's been wasted. Because they're still making the money, but they're losing.
Oh,
so sometimes you've got to be able to show the person, here's the problem, here's the consequence. And if I can bring you a solution that gives you a return on investment and saves that, are we good? Then you're becoming, I'm not a salesman, I'm a problem solver. I think you're a sales hunter. And that's our difference, is I don't come hunting like a lion that's hungry, that's hunting. That's what I like with your power. And we need people that are like that. There are hunters and there are farmers, or there are what they call finders and there are grinders. So you're a finder. I'm the grinder.
Everyone must be good at their craft.
And that's the value of our relationship.
Yeah.
So find it where you are good and build that and grow that. And where you have gaps, build partnerships and associations and
build a team.
So we're on time here. We're basically on time. Last bit of wisdom for our people for this week.
Okay, selling shouldn't be difficult. That's my closing line. Selling shouldn't be difficult. You just need to master the skills. You just need to know the right approach to it. You need to know the right strategies that you should be using. You need to know the right words that you must be speaking. So this is something that we're hoping to help you develop more skills, more strategies in to help you grow your business. And also remember, I think there's something that I should say also, that selling starts from selling yourself.
Absolutely.
So before you can even sell a business,
yes,
you need to know how to sell yourself. You know how you dress, everything that you do. It says a lot about you.
But I think it even goes to one level deeper, where you're selling yourself to yourself first. Belief in yourself,
exactly.
Presentation of yourself, and then the willingness to go out into the world.
Exactly, definitely. So I think from my side, that's it.
Cool. And from me, Tony Dovale, founder of Life Masters and author of Swift Success and the Revolutionary Workplace, my message is, we're all in sales, informing, persuading, influencing, and impacting. Whether you're a receptionist, the driver, the tea lady, the CEO, the sales team, we're all involved in persuading, informing, and impacting. Do your best, but remember, don't take it easy, take it all, and we'll see you soon.
Okay, cheers. Thank you.